Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogu. National integration and unity is an essential prerequisite for the survival of a country. The National Youth Service Corps was created on 22nd May 1973 as an avenue for the reconciliation, reconstruction, and rebuilding of the nation after the Nigeria Civil War. The objective of the scheme is to inculcate discipline in Nigerian youth by instilling in them a tradition of industry at work, patriotic and loyal service to Nigeria in any situation they may find themselves. We will be right back. Stay with us.
If there is any institution that has served Nigeria creditably, I would say is the NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, established by General Yakubu Gowon in 1973, just some few months after the end of the Civil War. A school of thought came to his mind that it is better to have something that can integrate the whole nation together. And so, National Youth Service Corps was formed. That is, after graduation from the university, it was only then meant for the university graduate. Then you have to serve 1 year compulsory service to your fatherland. And that where you will be serving does not mean area where you school or area where you were brought up. It should be an area that you have not probably gone to, so that you can know the people, know the culture of the people. And by knowing the culture of the people, you'll be able to integrate it with yours. And with time, we have a national culture. So that has been the situation. And since then, the scheme has been on. The Nigeria Civil War, since it ended, has never reoccurred again. This is probably because the actors on stage today, they have passed through the youth service corps scheme. I don't think an Igbo man will plan against an Hausa man or a Fulani man any longer, or a Benin man to plan against an Idoma man, because they have moved, they have seen each other, they have interacted, they have common aspiration. That of the nationhood is more in their mind than the sectional interest. And so this has been able to keep Nigeria going. So NYSC is a unifying factor. One thing again one has to look at. If I'm a military general, why should I throw a bomb in Sokoto when I know some of my children are there doing their NYSC? In fact, no child throws stones to any market when he knows his father or his mother is there, or even his children are there. If the children are there, he will not throw stone. So these are the things, these are the benefits that NYSC is giving in terms of national integration, cohesion, and so on. Nowadays, jobs are not there as it was in our time. In our time, before you graduate, you know that one company or the other, one ministry or the other is ready to absorb you. And the type of car you ride is your social symbol. If you're on level 7, you ride on B2 car. You are on level 8, you ride on Peugeot. You are on level 9, you ride on 504 Peugeot. So it was very clear. You don't even need to tell somebody your rank in the ministry before you can be identified. But all those seems gone. Then, a young graduate who has completed his course, granted that we got willing within 4 or 5 years, or a doctor completes his course in 7 years, he should be able to get something to rely on. He does not need to finish his university or polytechnic and start looking at the mother sport before he can feed. So the NYSC look at it that it is advisable that this type of scheme should come up. This sort of skill acquisition training should come up so that they can become self-dependent. And not only becoming self-independent, they should be able to teach others and employ others. So that once you pass through university, you pass through the NYSC, then you should not become a job seeker. You should be a job giver. So that is the purpose.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
The National Youth Service Corps, a call to service, a call to nationhood. Nigerian youths, stand up and embrace this clarion call. Wherever you are posted, accept it, embrace it. Do not harbor any fears, because your security is assured. Develop common ties with members of your host communities. You would discover that North, South, East and West, we are all brothers with common ties and a shared destiny as one nation. Do not lobby for preferential posting, for it is unpatriotic and illegal. Report at once to the orientation camp as soon as you are posted and contribute your quota to the overall development of our great nation, Nigeria. The National Youth Service Corps, building future leaders.
Welcome back. Community Development Service is one of the cardinal programs of the NYSC. CDS has revolutionized communities, especially rural communities, in the areas of education, healthcare, sanitation, poverty alleviation, agriculture, infrastructure, social amenities, to name a few. Community Development Service doesn't necessarily eradicate problems. It reduces problems and increases opportunities for growth. Such was the contribution of Opeoluwa Ridwan's Community Development Service project in Inspector Quarters, Ogida Barracks, Benin City, Edo State. Ridwan, an ex-corps member who served in Edo State back in 2009, identified water shortage of the people of the community and mobilized human and financial resources to build a borehole for the people. 11 years after, the impact of the borehole remains relevant and the people ever grateful for the intervention of Opeoluwa through the NYSC CDS program. Come with us.
Youths obey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation high.
My name is Udemizu Onyeche. I'm from Inspector Quarters, Ogida Barracks. This borehole was sunk by Opeoluwa Ridwan 2009. When he came, he was a copper, so he knew we were suffering for water. So he had to volunteer to dig the borehole for us. So ever since then, we've been going through the stress of, we've not been going through the stress of digging borehole and all that. And ever since then, they've been pumping the water in our house. I've not been having any issue about no water or anything. And when there's no light, the barracks will contribute money. Then they'll buy fuel in our gen. We use our personal gen to pump the water for them. So that's how we've been using the water and the borehole. The maintenance has been coming from the barracks also. He has inspired me because he brought water to this place. And now I know he will be rewarded for this great act. And so he has given everyone or anybody around or any youth around, if you go anywhere, we're able to do something to be recognized. Opeoluwa Ridwan is a very nice doctor. He works in the barracks also. He helps treat other children when they are sick. He really goes around the houses of everybody to check around people.
I happy when before I know they this side, I did the former block. As them with the suffer no be small. Now from outside barrel we go fetch water, no be small suffer. Before you go fetch one, you don't tire. But as you come, you meet us say they suffer. You can't dig the borehole for us. It help us well. Now we they enjoy the water. We they enjoy the water. Any problem what happen with the water, we they do one. Would they repair every day like me now? Every day I pray for him. Now God go bless her. God go open way for her. Anything where they find for this life, God will give her what they find for this life.
Anywhere he is, may God protect him, guide him, and see him through, so that God will also give him long life and prosperity. So he always they take care of like do fatigue sometimes, like the other gods are always doing it to maintain how to maintain the environment.
Nigeria.
It's so beautiful to see. Well done to you core members out there. We move on to the story of Mrs. Loveth Oluchukwu, the CEO of Lovely Garments World. She served in Mobi in Adamawa State back in 2009 and decided to become an employer of labor. Since then, Loveth has fully established her garment factory and has trained over 1,000 core members as an NYSC SAED trainer since 2017. Come with us.
Youths obey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation high under the sun or in the rain.
My name is Mrs. Loveth Oluchukwu. I am the CEO of Lovely Garment World. I did my service 2009 at Adamawa State, precisely Mubi, that is where I serve. But where I was in camp with, we were taught about job creation. And after working for some establishment and found out how demanding it is for one to work for another person with a little pay, I made up my mind to establish a business of mine. So I went ahead to learn a skill. I found out that everything lies on skill. I learned a skill because I found out that with skill I can make it. And since then I joined NYSC 2017. And since 2017 I've trained a lot of core members and they are doing well all over Nigeria. I contact them, they are doing well. And from, like, if I'm to say the number of core members I've produced, they are numerous. Over 1,000 core members have passed through this skill, both off camp and in camp. They have passed through this skill, and I'm in contact with many of them, and they are virtually doing well.
Let us lift our nation high under the sun or in the rain. With dedication and selflessness, Nigeria's all.
Lovely Garment World is a home of all kinds of knitted wares. Before, we believed that a knitted wear would be gotten maybe in OK. But I came and I looked into it and I found out that our made in Nigerian wool can equally be used to produce those things we buy in abroad. And in this Lovely Garment World, we have varieties of knitted wear. That is where we use wool, just like a packet of wool. This is just a packet of wool, a rope like this. We turn it into knitted wears, like what I'm seeing. Chizoba, please, can I have your clothes? Vera, please, can I see you? Like this is a knitted wear made by Chizoba, a core member that is training under this establishment. Like the pullover in her hand, equally made by her, training here. Like what this my lovely sister is putting on, core member is putting on, this gown. She made it here in Lovely Garment. It's a home where we transform rope, wool, like you can see, to make a unique and cute gown.
Under the sun or in the rain, with dedication.
My clients are school. Like you can see, this is a school production. This is a cardigan for school, where we make cardigan for both private school and all private school, public school, from nursery school and secondary school. We equally have pullovers like what she have there. We make pullovers for even those of them in tertiary institutions that want to swag, as in they want to wear something unique. We make pullovers for them, and we equally produce traditional caps.
Youths obey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation high under the sun or in.
My name is Ukemobo Isidomo. I am from Akwa Ibom State. I am a core member batch C. I entered camp about 5th November, and there was this SAED program they did, and they were display of various skills ranging from tailoring, knitting, shoemaking, and a whole lot of paint making and a whole lot of other things. But what got my attention was using wool to make various knitted wears. And it was Mrs. Lovelyn that was the CEO of Lovely Knitted Wears. So I was attracted to the way wool was used, something different from the random cardigans we see in the market. That's why I went to her. I told her I would like to learn. So because of the SAED training in camp, I was able to locate her. And I'm here now. I'm making a cardigan. This is the front part of it. I'm working on the back parts. I feel elated that I have something I will cling on to, apart from, of course, Alawi is ending very soon. So I have something already. This is someone's job, and this is the third time I'll be doing a particular job on knitting for the same person. So it's something that I'm not afraid I will be looking for a job. I have something that is still paying me, apart from the Alawi.
This knitting has actually it has given me this joy that at the end of the day, after my old service and everything, I don't have to go extra miles searching for jobs and stuff, because it really pays well and it's very, very nice. Like the fact that I can even use wool to create lots of stuff, like it's very amazing, because literally there is nothing that cannot be created without the wool. And yes, I want to say a very big thank you to NYSC for giving me this opportunity, because it was through NYSC I got to learn this skill, and I just want to say a big thank you to them.
I will advise my core members, like I used to tell them that the world we are into is no longer a world that you'll be looking for white collar job. Right now, is skill acquisition that is the key to success. Education is only key for you to have knowledge or to acquire a particular skill that will help you to succeed. For anyone to succeed now, you have to have a skill. A skill is the power. So that is why you have come in these lovely garments, that you acquire a skill that will help you to establish your own establishment, just like lovely garments today. And you to put food on your table, you not move around and be looking for white collar job, because it's a place to be. So you have come to the right skill. And I encourage you, put in your best, as once you drop your khaki and move into the street, like the core members I have all over Nigeria, they are calling me, they are having a lot of contracts and they are doing well.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
I love to see economic prosperity. And that is one of the core objectives of the Director General, Brigadier General Shaibu Ibrahim, to see core members self-reliant and wealth creators. That is the reason for the continued support and expansion of the NYSC SAED program. Now, let's go to the heartwarming story of Chinedu Ezenwokike, an indigene of Anambra State and a graduate of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. He was posted to Oyo State for his service here in 2007 and has remained in the state. He has established a thriving artwork production company, Don't See Productions, and has built a robust clientele for his business. He has a beautiful young family and has integrated beautifully into the community. Let's meet him.
My name is Chinedu Ezenwokike. I am from Anambra State, precisely Agolo in Anambra State. I finished from Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. I read Fine and Applied Arts. Yeah, and this is my lovely wife.
I'm Mrs. Mary Jane Ezenwokike.
I served in 2007-2008, batch A, precisely. NYSC brought me to Oyo State, and since then, I think I'm enjoying whatever I'm getting here, because I'm settled here. I got married here. I live my life here. Everything, I do everything here. I have my business here. We are into all artworks. We customize shirts. We make greeting cards for prominent people in the country. Governors, name them and all that. Here in Oyo State, it's very calm, peaceful and all that. So, but when I came here, honestly, I must confess, when I came, I decided to go back to my state. That was before I got married anyway. So, but then after some time, I decided, why going back? Let me just establish here and continue life like that. And honestly, it paid because I know where I am today. I know where I started from then and today. We've trained so many core members, which we have like outstanding ones now. They are doing very well. When I mean very well, they are almost doing almost the same thing with me, you know. So I think more of Donsi production is just about that.
I know two core members that do his work on their own. They have established themselves based on what he taught them, and they are doing fine. They are also one is in Ibadan here, one is in Abuja. The SAED is okay, it's important. When I served too, I also did mine, but I was not opportune to meet his own kind of skill acquisition. I did meeting, but his own is very okay. People that did it up to date, they are calling him, they are doing well.
In terms of integration, I think it's better for one, not because if I could remember the time I wanted to come to Oyo State when I got my letter. My dad, though late, the blessed memory, he said something. He said, "Can you cope with the Yorubas?" He said that. I said, "I can cope with anybody. Let me go there first." Because he was like, if there's a way we can do this so that you come back to the east, if possible to Rivers or something. I said, no, since I've gotten this, let me go there. It's not about you are from the east or you're from, after all, most of my workers are Yorubas. Majority of them are Yorubas. And the place I'm living, we live with Yorubas. I think we are the only Igbos there. And we are living together peacefully without any issue. So I use this opportunity to, to tell my fellow Nigerians that it's not about tribe. It's not about tribe. We don't need to be tribalistic before you live in a place. You and as an Igbo man, you are just a human being. A Yoruba man is just a human being. If we understand from that angle, I don't think we will have issues about tribes and all that in the country. So, but then, and thank God today, where I'm staying is owned by a Yoruba man too. And the agent that gave me the place is a Yoruba man too. When an Igbo man comes to a Yoruba land, you are meeting Yoruba people. An Igbo man goes to, a Yoruba man goes to Igbo land, you are meeting an Igbo man or Igbo person there. So you find out that the whole thing is coming together, like you are coming to this place, whosoever you're meeting, you must stay with that person. That integration must be there, and you can't change it. You cannot even force it to even separate it. The integration must be there. So I think NYSC has helped in a very large way in integrating the nation.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
That was so warm and beautiful. Most times, we assume that we need to stay in our places of comfort or perhaps where we know people to make it. But we have seen from the numerous stories of core members, both serving and past, that stepping out of your comfort zone is the fertile ground we need for growth. Thank you for investing your time with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We would love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwogu. Stay safe. The management of the National Youth Service Corps wishes to inform the general public that any person who, not being a person serving in the service corps or duly authorized so to do, wears the uniform or any part of the uniform of the service corps, is guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine or to imprisonment for a term of 6 months, or to both such fine and imprisonment. Thank you.